on.
I can cut this whenever you like, so we can sit here for 10 minutes in silence if you want.
No. We shall. What's up, everyone?
Oh, I thought you meant we shall sit here in 10 minutes.
No.
Let's go.
Doing our intro.
Yeah.
Who else is pumped after UFC New Orleans? Nolans.
Yes, it was
I've
good.
never been. It made me want to be there, though.
Yo, yeah, me neither.
Oh, we got to do
We gotta do a trip.
Yeah.
To Nolans. Go visit Crispy.
Oh my goodness,
Go
have her
visit a
show us
girl.
around town.
Yeah.
She just opened that card in the most amazing way.
She did. It was cool having that backstory. You know, we had a Wellmaker. He was from Atlanta. He made his debut, got a big win, and he was able to fight in Atlanta. Now we had the same thing with Crispy. She went, and it wasn't her debut, but she got a big win, and she was able to get on this card and get a big finish against, what was the girl's name?
Caliari.
Yeah, Nicole Caliari. She sliced her up, sliced and diced her with those elbows and knees. Really good striking. She moved her head more. She was mad about, or her coaches were mad about her getting hit in her last fight, as you can see in our interview that we did with her. Make sure to check that out. But Crispy, she definitely sharpened things up, and she looked really good. Yeah, it was a great opener.
She had a bulldog of an opponent. This girl wanted to get in constantly, but because of Carly's superior striking and that range, and what I noticed mostly in this fight was that she is great striking forward and backwards. She really utilizes great offense moving forward and backwards. It was
and she
beautiful.
hasn't been training that long.
No, it's just
What
like
the hell?
Wellmaker, like 5 years and just like winning, like no background.
I just did it. I did softball.
And I'm just really good at it. I'm like, you know what? I did softball too, and then I started training with no experience, and wow.
Yeah, well, you did really good. What are you talking about? She's in her budding era right now. We'll see how high her ceiling is, but right now it looks like it could be pretty high.
It's pretty high.
Yeah,
her takedown defense was really impressive.
That's
her
what I was gonna say, yeah.
command of the octagon was impressive.
Excuse
Hello, Butcher. He's here, guys. He's here.
Butcher, what are you doing? Oh my God.
This guy.
Like what? Did Grace
You know it's Grace's 7th birthday today?
No way.
Yes, it's my
Happy
baby's birthday.
Grace.
Yes.
Oh my God.
We're going to have fun after this.
Oh, yay. Yeah. She must have dropped some little doggy birthday cake on your phone, because Butcher was all up on it. What is this? Do I smell a mature female dog? I need to investigate.
Grace.
He does. But back to Carly. You were saying her takedown defense looked really good. The way that she was able to just like whizzer and get out of those scrambles, it looked like she could have jumped the ghillie a little bit in that fight, but she recognized where her strengths were. She got back to her feet, and she would dominate on the feet. She ended up getting a really nasty knee TKO, and the cool thing about that is really hard to time. Like, to throw an outside knee in MMA is a lot harder than it is in Muay Thai, I feel like, because the gloves are really small, so you're actually putting yourself in a lot of danger of not just getting hit, but also getting taken down when you bring that knee up. We saw in the Kevin Holland fight, he was able to get a big takedown off of D-Rod because he threw a knee, and it just wasn't the correct timing. Like, Holland ate it, but still got a really good takedown. Like, Crispy was looking really good with her timing, with her precision, and like she did some high level things that you wouldn't expect to see in a person who's been training as long as she has.
Yeah, she's got some good coaching, some good skill. And I think that just everything she does that I've seen in each fight is she just really sets everything up nicely. So she makes people hesitant to come in. She makes people hesitant. She really capitalizes on it because she's constantly throwing feints, kicks, mixing it all in. They all come from the same angle, so you never know exactly what it's going to be.
Yeah.
And this might be kind of an unpopular opinion, but I think people kind of stop liver shots too soon. The
Oh,
body
you think
shots.
so?
I think that they
I
do.
wouldn't be mad at that opinion.
I'm not saying it's always right. I think it's like a, case by case kind of thing. And I'm not saying that she was going to do well if she got back up. I'm just saying sometimes I think refs really jump in like they got knocked out from a headshot. And I think that there can be a little bit more of a waiting period to see how that they respond, because she was actually complaining a little bit afterwards, which, that's neither here nor there. But she wasn't completely out from that shot.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where the accumulation of damage, I think, is part of the reason why the Jeff
that guy.
There should be a ref named Jeff.
Isn't there yet? We need one.
There probably is, but I think that's the main reason why the ref stepped in when he did. If that was the first shot that landed that hurt her, maybe he would have given her a little time to recover, but she was getting pieced up. But I totally agree. When you know what a liver shot feels like, there's like a moment of agony and like, I gotta protect myself, and nothing that my mind is telling my body to do will allow me to put my hands up. You go in the fetal position unwillingly. You can't stop yourself from doing that. But after a few seconds, you can recover and stand back up and continue to fight. So there was one fight that I remember we were really upset about, Aldo versus Jeremy Stevens. We're all team Jeremy, and he got hit with a really nasty body shot, but it was like the first thing that really hurt him in the fight, and he dropped down. He started like protecting himself and then coming back up, and then they stopped it, and we're like,
That's my point of reference for that complaint, because I always remember that. Yes, he was hurt, but I mean, people that are getting, standing TKO'd get more opportunities to cover, to shield themselves, and I would like to see the same courtesy for people with liver shots, because it is momentarily debilitating, but you can recover from it.
And it's a lot harder to recover from a fight like D-Rod's where you're getting concussed every moment of the fight, but then waking back up because you're too stubborn and tough to get knocked out, and then getting concussed again. Like the permanent damage from that is a lot worse than whatever damage you're going to get from a liver shot hit.
Another valid complaint.
Yeah. Yes. So yeah, I agree, and I think most people will be okay with that. I think just there's also the thing where you can say that a lot of refs don't like seeing girls get hurt.
It's a girl. I know.
Even though our example was with Jeremy, but it happens. It definitely happens. That was my one worry when I was about to fight Lemos. A lot, like most of her knockouts, or I felt like all of her knockouts up to the point where I fought her were early stoppages, because they're like, that poor girl. Oh my God, save her! Yeah. Shit, I'd probably do the same thing if I was a ref. Oh God! Stop the fight. But that's another thing that happens. There are early stoppages when it's girls fights as well. This was a combination of both, liver shot and it's girl. He jumped in there pretty quickly, but I kind of like the stoppage just because she was getting pieced up the entire time.
Absolutely. I don't think it would have fared her any better to get, stood up, to allow more time, but it just makes me want to say something.
Say it.
I said it.
Yeah, you said it with your chest, and I'm proud of you.
I said it.
Well, since we're on the prelims, let's just skip through it. Did you watch a lot of the prelims? I tuned in for Carly's just because she's our bestie now, but I missed a lot of these finishes, and I probably should have caught up on them, but I was tired.
A quick one to mention would be Gautier and versus Valentin.
I saw that one.
The silent assassin.
I saw that one.
Calculated, measured, all power, just completely dismantled Valentin in impressive fashion in the first round. I mean, I don't think Valentin landed a strike?
He landed one. He landed that kick.
One.
He landed that inside kick.
Yep.
Oh, wait, no, that was a different fight.
Okay.
Never mind.
Okay.
I think Valentin did a little bit, but yeah, Gautier, he was just on top of his game. He was moving in and out, and his distance management was just really impressive. Like when he stung Valentin, he didn't rush in. He didn't drive into the clinch and get into a place where he couldn't land more power. He just stayed right on the end of his punches and was just tooling them up.
Just calculated.
Yeah, it was nice. It was really nice to see. Yeah, it's like they got their new Francis Ngannou.
Yeah, just in a pint size, just in like a minier package. Phillips versus Oliveira was a pretty crazy fight, just because I don't think I had noticed how Oliveira never puts his hands up and throws from his back pocket the whole time. I don't think it had really been noticed by me until this fight. Phillips was.
So he does that in his other fights too?
If he has, I have not noticed it as much. I'm like, I have to go back because is this new? I was just questioning if I had ever seen him fight before, and I know I have.
Yeah.
But fighting like that it was pretty wild.
I think he got frustrated and he dropped his hand because Phillips was doing well in the first half.
In the first, yes.
In the first half of the first round, he was doing really well. He just was like, I'm just going to Superman punch my way to victory. Like he just jumped in with crosses with weird timing and was able to rock Oliveira maybe 3 or 4 times in that first round. But he stayed standing. And he kept walking forward. And if anything, he didn't let Phillips off the hook. He kept pressuring him. He kept walking forward. And I always talk about how you can pressure people without throwing anything. He did that to the max. He dropped his hand, he walked forward, and he just freaked Cali Phillips out.
It's a weird kind of phenomenon to watch this happen because it breaks all the rules, and seeing it happen, you're kind of if I was in Phillips' position, I'd be like, how is this happening?
Yeah.
But it's exhausting. That kind of pressure is exhausting. And we saw Phillips' gas tank just be slowly taken away from the pressure, from fighting backwards, from the damage that Oliveira was inflicting.
Yeah, it was almost as if you knew he was going to throw from his hips, but because his hands were down, you didn't know when it was going to happen. So Vinicius, he took a risk. He had already gotten wobbled 3 or 4 times in that first round. So he's I feel like in his brain, he just thought, what's the worst that can happen? I'm going to get knocked out. I'm doing it. That's happening with my hands up. So he just drops his hands. He walks forward and he lands those charge combinations that he does with just hook. He'll come in with different angles and he'll throw 3 and 4 at a time. And eventually one of them is able to wrangle Kyler Phillips in and hit him. And as much movement as he was doing, he couldn't keep it up.
It was strange to me that it was working for him when he would dip and pull all the way back to avoid a long punch by Phillips and then come back and still hit with that right hand.
Yeah.
It just didn't seem technically sound, fundamentally right, but it worked for him.
He's got extendos. If you're able to, if you got long arms and you're able to put that 4-inch of shoulder into it as well, you can really reach someone when they feel like they're out of range, especially if you're throwing more than one. And then he also did this little lead, he would lead with the leg kick first. And for someone who's moving a lot, if you're able to kind of catch him with your foot, you can pull yourself into this long punch combo. So a lot of times you see people go punch, 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 kick. When you lead with the kick, you're able to kind of yank yourself into them with the punches. And he was able to do that really well. I forget the name of there was a guy, Muay Thai guy that used to do that a lot. I forget his name, but it's cool to see, especially when it's someone like it's easy to call someone a brawler and say that they don't have technique, but when you look at that, there's a method to the madness, and it's why these two are probably fighting, because I doubt anyone ranked above them want to fight these two guys, and especially Vinicius right now. Like, he's a monster. He's a Brazilian Terminator. Like, he just comes forward, he takes everything that you can give him, and he gives you back twofold. That's a really interesting prospect to keep your eyes on.
I think that it will be very telling as he fights up the rankings, though, because I want to think that people will be able to capitalize on those big openings. You know, they'll be able to the bigger, stronger builds in the division. The sharper strikers will be able to, you know, find that straight down the middle kind of range and be able to get him.
Yeah, but one thing he has over the rest of the division right now is that aura. It's like that Alex Pereira type thing. Like, you have this aura where, and it almost looked like Phillips was a little freaked out by the prep too. Like, when you're getting ready for someone and your coaches are like, you can't get hit with this, you can't get hit with that, you can't stay in the pocket, you can't box it. Like, hearing all those can'ts will fuck you up as an athlete.
It will, absolutely.
And like, the aura is what does that. Like, with Alex Pereira, people are like, you can't get hit with his left hook, you can't do this, you can't do that, and it's just like everyone just freezes up in front of him. And I feel like it's gonna take a while for someone to just like overlook that part of his game and just be like, whatever. Let's just fight.
Well, speaking of the higher ranked people, we can move up to former champion Michael Johnson fighting Daniel Zellberger.
Oh, yeah.
Or Zellhuber. Sorry.
Zellhuber.
Burger, I'm hungry. Michael Johnson, really impressive. And I think people are counting him out as soon as you see somebody who's close to their 40s, or, see somebody that hasn't been in the spotlight.
Take him to the pasture and shoot him. Exactly. He's already dead.
Well, he put that young buck back in his stall.
Hey! I love it.
Zellhuber, like, he has some momentum behind him. He's pretty popular. The UFC definitely likes him. He has, nice, clean striking, grappling abilities. But what I saw in this fight was somebody that just wasn't making the adjustments necessary. He just kept throwing that one right kick, which is the right thing to do against a power striker, against somebody who's southpaw. It was the right thing to do, but what I didn't see was him mixing it up and solving the problem. That was Michael Johnson.
Yeah, it's one thing when you're doing the right things that you guys planned on, but when it's not working, like when he's still able to drop you with the hand that you're trying to tire out, and that's what it seemed like he was doing. He was aiming for that backhand. He was trying to shut down the cross with those high kicks, and he was landing them. They were heavy kicks that he was landing, but Johnson still had power.
He said, give me some more.
Yeah, he was disciplined.
Got it.
He's like, I've been in this type of fight a million times before. You're not going to trick me with this. You got to go to something else. And he just doubled down on the kicks. Like, he thought eventually it was going to work. And I think Michael Johnson did a great job. He was surprised that he won a decision. I think he knew that he won, but like, you never know if you win, and it seemed like he was really happy about that. So I felt good for him to be able to do that. Biggest underdog on the card too, which is a lot of times the guy who gets screwed because, foil hat time, the judges, they look at the biggest underdog and then they're like, okay, we're going to just judge it according to this because so-and-so and so-and-so has money on Zellhuber, and then we'll make it happen even if things get a little crazy, you know what I mean? And then that's what happens a lot of times. So I feel like Michael Johnson, he was able to break that funk and able to win that decision, and he did it in great fashion. I think he looked great, and like you're saying, Zellhuber, he just needs to figure out how to move on to the next thing, how to add some more tricks to whatever approach he's taking against a guy like that.
Yeah. Moving up, Dan Ige and Patricio Pitbull.
Yeah, Patricio got one.
He showed up.
Yeah.
He showed up. He mixed it up. The broadcast team was critiquing him a lot with how there was just so much time in between his attempts to strike, which I can understand that. But what he does is he ends up getting the rhythm of Dan Ige. He times it. He hit him with a really nasty uppercut to stumble him. He had great entries under Dan Ige's strikes to get, the takedown attempt. And he just mixed it up so nicely.
Yeah, his takedowns were really nice. He had like foot sweeps, he had takedowns, nice chain wrestling. It felt like he was flowing a lot more in this fight. And I think Ige is a good person to flow against because he gets in your face. You know, like it's not a fight where he has to chase the action. The action is right there in front of him. And I feel like that's more of a fight where you can see both of their strengths on display, but Pitbull, I feel like the right person got the decision. It was a close fight again, and I kind of felt horrible for Ige. Like, he ended in a pretty good position, even though it was like weird. It was like a weird leg lock position or whatever.
Yeah, he got into that 50-50 position.
Yeah.
And that's not something, it's not something that you want to hang out in on bottom. It's not really a great offensive or defensive position in MMA, but it is a position that happens a lot in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
So I can understand how, we get ourselves into these, but it's just, it's not something that you want to stay in for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. But Pitbull, I feel like he's the person I would expect to be more comfortable there.
Yeah. Yes.
Being his origin, being his country of origin. But yeah, it was a good fight. Being able to like wobble him in the third round. Yeah, it was just a good fight for Pitbull.
In the second round.
Yeah. I think it was a typo.
It's okay. I got my notes.
Yeah.
But it was great. And I think it sets him up nicely. He gets that Yair loss, kind of shakes it loose. So I think that people are going to take notice and be able to just kind of say like, okay, he belongs here. He's not one of these like transplants that, we're kind of questioning.
Yeah, and he ate those fucking kicks like candy, man. Like Ige did a good job timing the kicks in the third round, and he was just able to kind of shake them off, pressure in, and get to good positions off of it. But yeah, they look bad. They look bad in the moment, but he was like,
it's fine.
It's fine. Just a scratch. Just a little nose scratch. Yeah.
But man, what about Kevin Holland and Daniel Rodriguez with their fight of the night winning performance? This fight was so crazy.
It was so crazy. Man, I don't even know where to begin. I was nervous about the way that Holland was leaning back. And he always does this, but against someone like Daniel Rodriguez, he's known for just charging, throwing big looping punches, and like really being able to reach his opponents. So to lean back against someone like that sounds like the exact thing your coach tells you not to do, But
hands up, please.
Yeah. But no, he's gonna lean back, and then eventually something touches you, and it could just touch you right on the nose, right on the goatee, and it's gonna wobble you. Like in Kevin Holland got wobbled a bunch, but then D-Rod got wobbled a bunch. There was a lot of back and forth. D-Rod was kind of up 2 rounds, but Holland started getting his momentum back in the end of the second. Didn't feel like enough to win the round, but still you felt like, oh, there's a chance that he can get a finish in the third, and he almost did.
He almost did.
He was so close.
It seemed so odd to me that D-Rod ended up on top in mount to finish the fight, and that's what ended up stealing the round.
He was so close.
He was so close.
And like, I'm watching it with our girl Jenna and Tyler, and they're doing the jiu-jitsu thing. Like, you know how I'm a Muay Thai slob. They are very much jiu-jitsu snobs.
Slobs.
Jiu-jitsu
I'm telling them, I'm going to clip this.
Holland was a jiu-jitsu slob.
Did you hear what she said about you?
Holland was a jiu-jitsu slob because he would jump on submissions that were not there, but he just got rocked. So you can't get mad at him. You know, he was like he jumped on the rear naked. He was kind of on the side, looked like he was going to slip off. Then he did. Then he ended up on bottom. Then all that stuff happened. And he was like shooting up triangles, but then not really working. Couldn't break down his posture. There was just a lot going on. And you're like, man, if he just didn't jump on his back, he would have won that fight. Like if he had just stood there, kicked him in the side, like Khalil Roundtree style, and like not jumped onto that back position, but just hit from there because D-Rod was so ready to go out. Like he was so ready to quit. But this guy, I've seen him survive punch storms before and come out on top and end up getting the knockout. It's a really crazy power to have. He fought our friend Dwight Grant, and that's what happened. Like literally, Dwight had him out on his feet. He was crawling around, climbed up the cage. Don't think he put his fingers in the fence, but he did climb up the cage while getting punched. Turns around, drops Dwight, and it ends the fight. So it's just like he just has this superpower, what's the guy's name? Deadpool. It just gets fucked up.
It's because he's from LA.
Yeah, he's like, you can't do anything worse to me. It's like our other convict friend, our other ex-con fighter. Oh. You can't hurt me. I've already been hurt. Yeah, so he just it has a phenomenal chin, and he put it on display there. And Kevin Holland wasn't able to finish, but it was an excellent fight. Like at the end of it, I was just like, well, at least you know who's getting fight tonight.
Yeah, it'll soften the blow to whoever loses.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just think it was well earned. I thought that they made great dance partners. Just great display of output, and I loved like that there was very little defense. Sometimes I can be kind of a snob about them. I'm like, well, what the heck? But it makes for a fun fight.
Defense slob. Oh man, I do like violence every now and then, and to sprinkle that into the main card, I think helped it not lose that shine when you have like this crazy prelim card and everyone gets finished. Like that added like spice to the main card, so you're not like, oh, all these decisions or all these technical fights.
Every once in a while, just shake it up, mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, it was a good addition to the main card. And with that bonus, they should both be able to pay all their
baby mamas,
all their child support. I don't even know if they
down
have
on
kids.
it.
Yeah,
they probably don't, but this is how we see them.
Oh man,
just typecasting people all day.
Yeah, exactly. The Costa Kopylov fight. What'd you think of that one?
Man, Paulo Costa he's
back.
He's back.
He looked good.
He looked great.
Yeah.
And honestly, I predicted Kopylov being able to capitalize, being able to, kind of grapple him or anything, but there was really none of that. Mm-hmm. Paulo Costa had his number. He was, getting him with the kicks, getting him with the range, just really mixing it up in a way that kept Roman on the end of his strikes and not really able to mount any kind of impressive offense.
Yeah, we saw a lot of body kicks in this card, and his body kicks were like nasty looking. Like somehow every time he threw it, it would sneak up under the knee and catch him right in the stomach and just like take the wind out of Kopylov. And it wasn't until the third round where Roman was able to kind of find his own rhythm and start working back into the fight, but it was just too little too late.
He's just completely reinvented himself.
Yeah, I'm really impressed. I'm
like,
Paulo
what
Costa
is making the difference here? Because it's
you
really
know what it is. But we can't talk about it because it's a secret. Oh.
But I mean, it makes me happy to see, someone that was kind of, on a downward trend, coming back up and kind of reminding everybody why he got there, why he's still there. And I like seeing that. I like that kind of storyline.
For sure. He is 2-4 in his last 6 fights. So before this fight, he was 1-4 in his last 5 fights. And when you see that, it's easy to just be like, man, this guy fell off. But when you look at who it was Israel Adesanya. He lost to Marvin Vettori, Robert Whittaker, and Sean Strickland. His one win was Luke Rockhold, who actually looked pretty good in that fight. It was just he started to gas and look old halfway through it, you know. But he still had these moments of what he looked like in his prime. Luke Rockhold did in that fight. But it was a clear sign that he needed to retire. But that being your only win out of these 5 fights, it skews what you're actually doing in losses. And I think this was a great person. It was further down the line, like rankings wise. It was a great person to kind of showcase to take the pressure off and just get in there and just do what you do. And he had a solid game plan. He spammed the body kicks. He used it to set up his cross. Got a lot of damage in there, and then used all his gas tank so that when he gassed, he only had half a round to deal with.
Perfectly
Kopylov.
timed.
Yeah, he was like, one thing that I always remember about Paulo Costa when he was coming up was that like a lot of his knockouts happened right after a foul.
I remember you always paying attention to that, like right after a nut shot.
Yeah, right after nut shot, right after eye poke. It doesn't matter if he got kicked in the nuts or his opponent did.
He just needed that window of recovery to like level up, power up,
literally
and go for it.
Less than 30 seconds later, the fight would be finished.
It's so crazy. I
I'm
wonder
like, that's crazy. Don't
how many
foul
times
him.
did that happen?
It happened like 3 times.
That's hilarious.
Like it was crazy. I'm just like, dude, don't foul him, because if you foul him, you're gonna get put to sleep. So, so I was extra impressed that Kopylov didn't need to like get that recharge in order to fight or in order to beat Kopylov.
I guess the PI adjustments are paying off.
Yeah, all that secret juice.
Yes.
Oh, we can't talk about it.
No.
No.
Look what you just did.
I'm sorry.
Now it's going to be all over the comments.
I want the recipe. I really want to know what's in it. It looks like it's just purple Kool-Aid, but
maybe it is with a little baking soda or something like that.
Ooh,
yeah,
scientific.
Yes, people swear by it. You should try it sometime.
Really? Who else is doing the secret juice?
It's like not the secret juice, but the baking powder or baking soda, powder, whatever it is. It helps.
Baking powder and Kool-Aid?
No,
just baking powder
or baking soda.
Baking soda.
Yeah.
In what?
It
just
helps,
water?
Yeah, just in water.
Okay.
You just take it before a workout, and it helps with lactic acid buildup.
No way.
Yeah. It's like an old school trick.
Have you ever tried it?
I've never tried it.
Huh. Maybe I'll try it this week.
Yeah, try it this week.
It'll make me throw up.
See what it does with your grips. Yeah. Well, just give yourself like a 30-minute hour window, just like you would with like a pre-workout.
Okay. I'll just make sure I don't do it for like practice that would hurt my confidence if I
do it for a mid session.
Badly. Yeah, exactly.
Do it for a mid session grapple, like something.
Just like a shadow box. I did for that.
Yeah, see what
my roping.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, we're finally at the main event. Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier. I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed because I heard Dustin Poirier was walking out with Lil Wayne.
He was in the octagon afterwards.
I assumed he was like doing that big like with the mic walkout like in boxing, like they did for freaking Conor McGregor, the guy that Dustin Poirier beat.
Well, they had Sinead O'Connor for McGregor one time.
Yeah.
It was a whole thing.
And then Chad Mendez had like a country singer, right?
Yeah.
So like they did it before and they didn't do it for Dustin. Well, when
Maybe
I heard Lil Wayne was
it.
That's what I'm thinking. But they could have.
Maybe they weren't gonna do it for Dustin.
They just didn't want to afford it. They didn't want to afford it. That's a shame. But Lil Wayne was there in his little cardigan.
I love him.
This little cardigan looking like a proud grandma
with his messy bun.
Oh my God. Someone said he looked like Whoopi Goldberg. I was like, stop it.
No.
Stop it.
How dare you?
He did a little bit though. But he seemed really happy. I do love celebrities being into MMA because it starts to give us that just that
Extra credibility.
Yeah.
Notoriety.
Yeah, the eyes. There's more eyes on things that celebrities do, you know? And so, like, the more celebrities that are getting into it, like, I feel like every pay-per-view, there's a ton of super famous people
There's
in the
always
audience.
Theo Vaughn.
Yeah, he's always there.
First one in the arena.
There. Yeah.
In Dana's section, front and center, just sitting there, like, watching every fight. I love it.
Oh, yeah. And he did you see him vibing out with Jimmy Crute with the mullet?
No.
Oh, you didn't see that?
I didn't.
Yeah, Jimmy Crute, he got his sub, he came out, and then Theo Vaughn was the first to greet him. He was like, yeah, man. And he's like, oh, they're shaking their mullets like dogs that just got out of the pool, you know?
Oh my gosh, how cute. I love it.
Yeah, so they were, he was their first fight, and I feel like a lot of celebrities have just been coming in. Who's the girl from Devil Wears Prada? She was there.
Anne Hathaway?
No, the other one, the mean one at the desk.
Oh, Emma?
Yeah.
What is her name?
What's her name? But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
She was there because she was in the Rock movie about the wrestler.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, so
that.
she was at UFC Fight Week. She was at one of those fights, or maybe she was just at the Hall of Fame thing. But anyway, super famous people are flocking to MMA and finding out what it is and enjoying it as much as super famous people enjoy being seen at boxing, even though they probably don't know as much, about boxing or MMA. But I think it's cool. I think it's good.
Whether they're there just, to be seen or if they're actually a fan, I think it all helps.
Support celebrities. Support our credibility. But yeah, anyway, Lil Wayne, he didn't sing, but he walked out Dustin Poirier, and what were the feels when he just like stepped into the cage and looked around and did his deep breaths? Yeah,
I think it was an absolutely beautiful moment. It's we talk about like fighters retiring, and not everybody gets that like amazing send off, and I think that seeing the emotion, seeing him get that kind of storybook ending almost. Mm-hmm. I know it didn't go his way, but it's still a retirement that not a lot of people will receive. And I think it was a great send off for him.
Yeah, and Max Holloway is like the best guy to do it for like a tough veteran that doesn't want an easy fight. Like Max Holloway is like gonna be the guy they always call because he's so respectful. Like when he sent off Korean Zombie, it was the same thing. Nasty. Well, there wasn't a knockout, but with Korean Zombie, nasty knockout. But, he did this really quick, like, hey, this is my moment. This is his moment. Thank you for having me, blah, blah, blah. Thank you for a great career. Act. He's so classy. And then he did the same thing with Dustin, too. So I think that he's the guy you call.
When he retires your fighters.
Yeah, he'll retire your fighters. If you beat him, that's great. But, like, you don't have to worry about him being a dick if he beats you.
Yeah, that's always nice.
He's just going to peace out like, hey, thanks for the fight. Yeah, I got another one. All right, bye. And then let you do your thing, let you enjoy your crowd and everything like that. So I like that Max has been carrying himself in that way. He's an awesome guy. And that's why people are like, man, this fight sucks because you're just like, you don't want either of them to lose.
Yeah. They put on a great fight. Mm-hmm. And I think that it was an amazing send off. And I think that it solidifies Max in the division as well.
Yeah.
And Dana was saying in the post fight press conference that it just kind of bumps his position in the division up, and so it kind of puts him in a place where he can do whatever he wants. And honestly, with the following that he has, how fans love him, that he can kind of call his shots. which is an amazing place to be.
Yeah, that is. So what did you think about the fight in general? I felt like, and I didn't hear it, but I felt like I saw people telling Poirier that he won when he was walking out of the cage. Like, he was greeted by a bunch of fighters, Theo Von, Kayla Harrison. Like, there were a bunch of fighters, and it looked like some of them are mouthing like, I thought you won or something like that. Yeah.
I mean,
and then I heard the commentators comment like, yeah, it was pretty clear that Max won, but it was a close fight. But yeah, I'm curious.
It was close, but it
And maybe I misheard, but like that's what it looked like when he was walking out of the cage and people were coming up to him and there was like a whole thing. Someone shoved fucking Bud Light hat on him and made him take a beer. Like, that's the last thing I want to drink after this. Like, give me something hard. Give me some like whiskey or something. Like, this is my last fight. You can give me a Bud Light. I'm just gonna have to pee in 2 seconds.
He needs to rehydrate.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, basically water.
Exactly the point. I thought that Max had him on the speed, the volume, the sharpness. He obviously stumbled him. Mm-hmm. Dustin was landing the power shots, but I just think that the accumulation and the pressure and just the whole body of work, I don't think it was a question that Max won.
Yeah, I think there were a couple close rounds, like the third and the fourth. I felt like they almost were doing combo trades, like it didn't seem like anyone was really getting super ahead. And it did, like Max was landing more volume in those rounds, but it looked like Poirier's power was meeting the volume. So it was hard to tell. And I think one judge gave him the third and fourth, but the one round that I was questioning was the second because it was such a crazy round. Like there was Max had Poirier hurt. It looked like he was gonna finish him. Then Poirier stood up, hits him with something, drops Max, jumps at the guillotine. And even though it was the last minute of the round, I wasn't sure how judges were gonna see that. I'm like, oh, are they gonna really put a lot of weight on this last 30 seconds? Or are they gonna weigh the fact that Max had him on the back foot and had him dropped and concussed for most of that second round? Mm-hmm. So that was one thing I was curious about, what that second round was going to be scored. I think one judge only gave Poirier the second round, so it's really all over the place. The scorecards were.
Yeah, I want to see what that.
Oh, I think I pulled it up for you.
Did you pull it? I thought I did too, but I wanted to see what the judges did because that's
okay. Here we go. So Derek clearly saw round 3 and 4 for Poirier. Eric Colin gave round 4 for Poirier, and then Sal D'Amato only gave Poirier round 2, which I think is weird. But that was the one that I was like, oh, I'm curious because people don't know how to fucking judge. I'm curious.
It's so strange when you look at scorecards and
all the media scored it for Holloway though. There's 15 here, and most of them scored it for Holloway. Some gave him all the rounds. I think a lot of people gave Poirier round 3 and 4 just because they were so close and he seemed to have more power in those rounds than Max. Max seemed to still be recovering from that second round, but then the fifth round, it was all Max, especially after they touched they did the point.
No! No!
I love that they were both anticipating it, and then Poirier was just kind of all right, you gonna do it? And then Max was like, all right, let's do it. Lands 2 shots, and he just goes, okay.
No, I was just kidding. I changed my mind. It's okay to change your mind.
My daughter's in the crowd. I'm not gonna. Stop. I thought I wanted it, but I don't.
No. Stop. Yeah. I feel like that one moment that Max did it with Gaethje, that's I'm good with just that one. I'm good with just that one.
Could you imagine if he had done it again?
No.
Oh my God. Hey, but Poirier did land a little. It almost looked like an elbow. He landed a really short hook, a really short right hook, right in that moment. So it looked like he had a plan for it. but it didn't work. Max's chin is too tough. He's like, you could have done it in the second round, but not this round. Oh man, but what a crazy fight, man. That was a lot of back and forth. When he wobbled Max in that second round and jumped on the guillotine, I was screaming. I had this shirt on last night too.
When a fighter has somebody hurt from strikes, I understand the excitement that you just kind of run in and jump off, but come on. Yeah. Create space and keep punching.
He could have kept punching.
He could have kept punching, or he could have gotten it.
Yeah, he could have kept punching. It goes back to the Holland D-Rod fight too. Like there's all the opportunity to just keep punching, but for some reason, I don't know, maybe you're just more comfortable on the ground. You know, you're not going to get hurt if you have their head locked up in something. Like even if they defend it, you got that little moment of air.
It's a false sense of security.
It is, because as soon as you fall off, you're getting fucked up.
And now you're on your back, and now you got to work your way up, and now you're getting punched while you're trying to do it.
Yeah, it really is. It's just that moment of like, I'm safe. Oh, no.
And I speak from experience. I always think it's a good idea to pull.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Sometimes it's not.
It sucks.
I mean, when it works, it's great, but, you know.
It's like the percentage of times that it works is definitely
not.
Much less.
It's much less
than when it doesn't.
Just like, you know, as the rounds go on, the percentage of you being able to get a submission or get this or get that, just because of fatigue and slipperiness and all of that stuff, like those statistics are real. It's not.
And desperation.
Yes.
Like it. I don't know. I feel like it's so much easier to defend if you're naked in the last round, or just decide you're going to go out than it is in the first round, you know, or than it is in the beginning of the round. Because if you look at the clock and it's like 3 minutes and that shit's in deep, you're like, oh, man.
It's a long time to defend.
But if it's 18 seconds, all right. Hey, maybe I'll just lift my chin. Let her burn her arms out on my neck. Go to my corner. She'll be all tired, you know?
See what happens.
Yeah. Why not? What's the worst that could happen?
Oh.
Head pops off.
Yes. Teeth get caved in.
Ooh.
You get put to sleep.
Ooh.
Pee yourself on national television.
No.
I mean, the possibilities. It's a lot.
I know. I risk a lot when I wear my white fight kit.
You do.
I know.
I always think of Yancy Medeiros.
Oh.
Or Justine Kish.
Oh, guess what color I requested?
What?
Yellow.
Well, at least it'll disguise peace. How are you requesting yellow? What flag are you walking?
I gotta. They're gonna send me the list, and then I'll figure it out. But like, it's stupid because even though our flag is red, white, and blue, we can't wear red. That's not like one of the options that they give us. So I had to represent Angola.
Yes,
because it's close to my name and it's an African country. There's no telling. I probably have some Angola in me somewhere.
Totally. Let them question it.
Angola right here, the angle of my elbows.
Well, that's fun. I always wonder. I always see people wearing like a purplish color now.
Yeah, I wonder what they're requesting.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, which
is it like an
is
island or something?
Because I know they're not from there.
No. I feel like the first time they did purple was the Missouri card. Or St. Louis. There was a St. Louis card, and it was like St. Louis flag or something, and everybody wore purple. Uh-huh. I don't know if they all got together and was like, hey, let's wear purple. Or like,
starting to play the system.
There's like 6 guys from St. Louis on that card, and they all wore purple. I was like, oh. But I want to wear yellow because I want to represent Maryland. And did red last time. So I was like, I have my Maryland colors if I wear yellow too.
That'll be a cute little shadow box. Mm-hmm. Just like put them like stack them.
Yeah, have the flag in the background and then like my red kid and my yellow kid. Yeah. See?
I got you.
You feel me.
I do.
So there were a couple wild things that happened. The Brendan Allen Vettori fight. There was like a little background with that. They had this fight at the casino. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You're like, tea. You got so excited.
I love it.
Surprised your legs didn't go up.
I know. Yes.
Oh, tell me more. Yeah, they had that fight at a casino. I don't remember what happened with that casino fight, but that happened. People were like, book the fight. That'd be a good fight. It finally went down. And Brendan Allen went to town on Vettori. I think it was back and forth. I felt like the right person won the fight. But, Brendan Allen does his jiu-jitsu shit and gets in trouble, as we discussed, and gets in positions where he probably could have avoided if he stood standing. I think he doesn't trust in his striking.
Well, he should have. If he watches the footage back of this fight, he should trust his striking from now on because he looked good.
Yeah, and I mean, we've said that in his fights before. I think we said that when we watched him fight Action Man, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we watched that fight, I was like, oh, his striking looks like way better than I expected. But then he goes for the desperation takedowns, and it's like, you could have just stayed striking and waited for that opportunity instead of trying to force it.
He's so rangy, and he does use his range well. It's like he really like turns the punches over. He sticks them. He's mixing in kicks. So he has such size and reach on people.
Yeah,
he really should trust it more.
Yeah, like he really smashed up Vettori's nose with like a cross. Like he has good timing and stuff, and like the range, like you said, is just it's really hard to deal with. It's like our girl Ashley Yoder. When she trusts in her striking, she's able to land like head kicks. She's able to land like big 1-2s, just like really be annoying on the feet. Yeah. But then she'll be like, I don't feel comfortable, and then goes back to the jiu-jitsu where she feels and like warm and fuzzy.
Yeah, and it kind of evens the playing field. It like you just had an advantage, and it's crazy that they don't recognize it.
Yeah, it's hard when you were told so long, and I get that too, where I'm told so long you can't go to the ground with someone. You can't go to the ground with someone. And then you start realizing that you're better grappler than the person you can't go to the ground with. It's hard to break that, that mental
barrier.
Kind of, that mental wall that you put on yourself. But what I was going to say about the Allen Vettori fight is like a lot of people were criticizing Brendan Allen for his post-fight speech.
I missed the post-fight speech.
So Vettori's brother died recently.
No.
Yeah, it's really sad. And Vettori had to deal with that during his camp. And then when Brendan Allen fought, he's in New Orleans, and his brother, who's disabled, was able to make it to the show. And so in his post-fight speech, he says, no one can fuck with me, not when I'm fighting New Orleans in front of my brother. Like, no one's gonna beat me in front of my brother. And people were kind of criticizing him on that. And I think it's unfair.
I think
it's just a really like bad coincidence. It's like kind of something that would happen on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
It would be like a cringy, uncomfortable laugh moment.
Yeah,
appropriate on TV,
dark
but
humor.
In real life. Yeah, and I hope that his intention wasn't to do anything like that. I think that he was just showing love for his brother. It sounds like.
I honestly feel like he had no like. He wasn't even like it sounds like he knew about it, but I don't think he knew what it sounded like when he said it. Like, sure. I think his main focus was, my brother's here. I want him to feel good about being here. Oh. But like, unfortunately, it looked like he was being an asshole again towards Vettori after they had all this drama outside of the cage. Like, it just looks like a continuous asshole, like, circle jerk.
Yeah.
An asshole circle jerk. What?
God. Getting some visuals right now.
Yes.
Just really nothing to do with fighting either.
But I honestly feel like Brendan Allen didn't mean it that way.
I don't think so.
It would be so messed up if he did. Like, I can't imagine. Like, I've met him before. Like, I can't imagine like a normal person doing that to someone. And I think it's weird. Well, not weird, but I think it's unfair for fans to jump to that conclusion. Like, oh, he's just saying that to fuck with Vettori after his brother died. He's such a horrible person. Like,
Well,
he's
that
just
sounds
really
like a terrible projection.
Yeah, I think he's just really excited that his brother is there. And like, if you have a disabled brother and like his brother's probably been his biggest fan, you know, his biggest supporter. Yeah. The fact that he was able to make it to a show finally meant a lot to him. And I think that's all it was.
I'm going to hold him high and say that was the case.
Yeah. Don't do him like that.
Yeah, come on, guys. Come on, guys. Find something else to troll people about and be offended about.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a good fight. And could have been fight of the night. Like, it was a lot of back and forth. On another card, Vettori versus Allen could have been fight of the night.
On another card.
But this card was insane.
It was pretty cool. And it was cool that it was a pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. Cool location too. I just think the build up all around it was pretty awesome. Pretty epic.
Yeah, super epic. So that is what it. Oh, did you hear about that Islam Duratov guy is a model?
Yes, I did.
He has some kind of GQ gig that he has to do on Monday. So
well, now him and Alan Joban.
What a dick. Like when he's walking in, they're like, this guy has 2 Ferraris or no, 2 Lamborghinis. Like, what is it? What is this trend with like rich boys becoming good at MMA? Do you think
they have all the resources to do so?
You think they got tired of was the horse thing with the polo? Was the thing with the horse and the mallet?
Polo.
Yeah. You think they got tired of polo and golf?
Guess so. I guess they got just bored. Like, I'm gonna defy daddy's wishes. Yes. Not become a lawyer or a doctor or someone in finance. And I'm just gonna, blue collar it.
Blue collar. I'm gonna go incognito. They put some dirt on their face, show up at the nearest boxing gym.
I belong here.
Teach me, young sir. Here's 2 shillings. Tosses him to him. Show me your finest techniques of pugilism.
Well, love that for him. That's great.
Drives up to the fucking rundown boxing gym in his Lamborghini.
He gets dropped off around the corner.
His butler drops him off.
Exactly. In his Bentley.
Yeah.
Daddy's Bentley.
Alfred, pull around the front in about 1 hour and 30 minutes. Don't be late and have my coconut juice waiting in the cooler for me.
Don't forget the protein shake. I'll need it.
Yes, master.
Oh, goodness.
Well, yeah, that's all I
got. Are you excited for next week's fight?
What's next week's fight?
Whitaker versus DeRitter.
Ah!
I'm a little nervous about this one.
Yeah. What Whitaker, he just dropped one, right?
Oh yeah, he did.
Who did he? Oh, Khamzat Chimaev. Dang, yeah, dude, I have erased that from my memory.
I'm getting flashbacks now of the rear. Was it a rear naked choke? Was it his teeth?
It was a face crank. His teeth popped out.
Yes, his teeth.
His poor teeth. Yeah, his his jaw broke in that one versus Khamzat Chimaev. And I remember when he fought Dricus du Plessis too, I was just like, oh man, there's no way that this herky-jerky motherfucker is going to get past Whitaker. And he did. And RDR is kind of the same kind of puzzle to solve. Like,
no, and he's just so big and overwhelming.
He's so off rhythm too, but his technique is solid. Like, it's almost like Dricus du Plessis, but then like he'll pull out a beautiful knee with perfect, like, the knee that you see on a Muay Thai logo. You know what I mean? Like if there is a Muay Thai shoe and it was like, the Jordans, like the perfect like dunk position, like the knee that he throws would be on the Muay Thai shoe.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. That was kind of random, but
I got where you're going with it. So this matchup on paper to me, I see Robert Whittaker's path to victory being his like stealthy, fast, in, out, using the boxing, using the kicks, and just staying in the center, keeping his back off the cage.
Yeah. I think he could bust up his knees too, because he's you know, he stands at a distance. He's I don't know, kind of like off rhythm when he comes in. I feel like Whittaker could pop in and do that little dirty like knee stomp to him, bust him up that way. But yeah, it's a tough one because this guy, he can win anywhere. Like RDR, he can get you down to the ground and just pound you out there, get a submission, get something weird, or he can knock you out, put you up against the fence. I think, it's just another fight where we're gonna see how good RDR is against UFC competition.
I know. I don't want to bet against him because I've learned my lesson, but I also am not going to go against Bobby Knuckles. So I am at an impasse.
Well, this is one of the rare occasions where you have someone coming in from another promotion and actually doing really well in the UFC.
Yeah, what's he streaking, like 4?
He's 3-0 in the UFC. He beat Gerald Meerschaert by arm triangle choke, Kevin Holland by rear naked, and then Bo Nickel by a knee to the body. So he's 3-0 with 3 finishes.
That's earning insane. His keep
against names, like not nobodies in the UFC, against names. So he really is working his way up. Maybe that's kind of the route you want to take when you're coming in from another promotion. Like imagine if Patchy Mix got someone who's more of a Gerald Meerschaert level when he first got into or Pitbull, instead they fought like in the top 10 and they were tough fights.
I think there is something to dipping your toes in to your division.
Like, ooh, they hit hard here. Ooh, they know how to wrestle. That's different.
just start in the shallow end first, and then like wade in, and then you deep dive.
Then you just jump into that top 5, and you're ready.
And I get you wanting to really make a statement and put your stamp on your name and why you're there, but I think there is something to just kind of easing into it.
Yeah, I mean they have I forget who was it? There's a couple people who were brought in from Bellator, former champions, and then just thrown to the wolves, lost a couple, and then chucked out. I'm thinking, was it Ill Will?
Oh,
Ill Will Brooks. Yeah, I feel like that's who I'm thinking of.
Where's he now?
He was in GFL.
Aww.
Yeah, it is a shame. But yeah, Ill Will Brooks, he was Bellator. He was in Bellator. Was he Bellator champion?
I don't recall.
I feel like he was Bellator champion, but he was in Bellator. He went to the UFC, won his first fight against Ross Pearson, then lost his next 3 and got chucked out. And his next ones were like Alex Oliveira, Brazilian Cowboy, then Charles Oliveira, and then Nick Lentz. So these are top guys at that time back in like 2017. And, he was still like an impressive fighter, still beating people outside of the UFC, had a 6-fight win streak before he retired. So yeah, it's just one of those things where like you wonder what would happen if someone was able to just kind of hang out in the sidelines instead of go straight to the top competition. But when you're a former champion, that's not really an option.
Yeah, I guess not, unless you have a really good manager.
Hey, there you go. Who's RDR's manager, man? He's done it.
Yeah, he's doing well for him. I was really excited for this Aaron Pico and Evlov fight, but Mozart backed out on this one. He has a really impressive streak with backing out of fights.
No.
Yes. Yes. And then we have Peter Yan and Marcus McGee. This is a big step up for McGee.
Oh, man, I'm really excited for this one.
This is going to be a fun one. I feel like Peter Yan, if he shows up the way, he has in the past. He definitely has more tools, but Marcus McGee is really like steadily making a name for himself.
Yeah, I think we don't really know all of Marcus McGee's tools yet, which makes him exciting. Like people are always excited about the new guy, but Marcus McGee, he's just been kind of grinding on the sidelines and just got this little pop after he got a couple finishes. He finished Gaston Bolanos with a will kick. That was crazy. Bolanos is the guy who had like a ton of like elbow knockouts in Bellator and stuff. Another guy who kind of got thrown to the wolves when he came over, and his KO by JP Buys was another one that put him on the map. Then he fought Jonathan Martinez, which was a really big step up, and went through some adversity, but was able to like still get the win over him in New York. So this is going to be a big one for him. Still kind of in the area of coming out party for Marcus McGee, but if he can get past Petr Yan, that's like anytime you get a former champion on your record, win or lose, people are going to be looking at you. But definitely he's going to be wanting to get that big win in a big way.
Yeah, that'll catapult him into the rankings.
Yeah.
And we have Bryce Mitchell at bantamweight now.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
When did this happen?
Now it's happening.
Jeez.
Yeah, he announced after his loss to Jean Silva that he was moving down to bantamweight.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay,
so he's taking on Nurmagomedov. Yeah, it was all over the place.
He's fighting a Nurmagomedov?
Yes.
Oh, God.
I'm like, maybe they're really upset with him.
Oh,
like you can tell by the
I mean,
you can tell by the matchups.
I'm sure he pissed off the guys on top with his little fishing podcasts.
Yeah, that probably wasn't wise.
That don't piss those guys off, man.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Yeah. Also, don't say you want to hang out with Hitler to anybody.
Ever.
It's just bad.
Yeah, especially
really
not
bad.
on camera. It can be so like I didn't see the whole thing. I don't remember the whole context of everything, but it's just not something.
He said he would enjoy going fishing with Hitler.
Yeah.
It's one of those things you can't forget.
Yeah. If you clip that anyway, it's going to be bad.
Yeah. So I was talking with Adam yesterday because I've been making him watch Love Island. And
I have not yet
You
watched
haven't
that.
watched
And it's
it?
so surprising to me because everybody tells me to watch it, but I'm watching Bachelor in Paradise right now. Yeah, new
that's
season
same
just
thing.
started.
Same. Yeah, I'm actually pretty late. They already did the season finale, but I'm on like episode 3. And when it got to episode like 2, one of the girls that we were kind of hating on the entire time because she had like really shiny makeup, she wasn't there anymore. And I was like, wait, did they just like get rid of someone? And then Adam was like, no, they're talking about someone else. I'm like, no, they got rid of her. And he looked her up and they yanked her from the show because she got caught saying like slurs online, racial slurs online on a podcast.
Oh.
Yeah. So she is, I forget where she says she was from, but she's like Hispanic, like maybe Colombia or something. And she was dropping the N-word on it, but like with the soft A, but still it's like, dude, you like,
It's not your word.
only black people could say that on tape and not get in trouble for it. And it's not like this, like, freedom of speech kind of thing. Like, she has the freedom to do whatever she wants. She's not gonna go to jail for dropping the N-word on a podcast, but you might not be able to, do a show where you're getting paid, like, hey, like if people don't want to deal with the PR nightmare of having you on the show because you did something controversial, then like, yeah, you should have thought about that.
How do you not know any better?
It's just weird to me. And like, that's when you said don't say it on tape, like that's what I was saying to Adam. Like, personally, like I've been in a room where a lot of people who were not black are using the N word, and like it's like it just is what it is. But to go on like record and like record yourself purposefully, like you set the camera up, you put the fucking mic in your face and you're gonna say that, like you got to know that there's gonna be consequences if someone sees that.
people will see it.
Yeah, you made it
will
so
go
people can
viral.
see it. Like that was your purpose.
And people will comment on it, and you're not going to like it. I don't understand. I understand how, people make mistakes, but I feel like with racism, with, inappropriate comments like that, I just feel like you should be more mindful, have more sense than that.
And it's obvious the girl isn't racist per se, but like she's using a word that isn't her word. And that's something that people are going to have issues with. And if people have issues with something, then it could cost you, And so like if you can err on the side of caution and just like speak a certain way on camera, speak a certain way when you're with your friends and your homies and you're like fucking in your space where you trust, you could say something like, I'd go fishing with Hitler. And you're not going to tell other people.
It's like one of those like stupid things you say when you're drunk.
Yeah,
like just really stupid off the cuff thing.
Well, I say a lot of dumb shit that I wouldn't put on camera
exactly.
to you and to my friends and to my husband, but like you gotta know that line. And yeah, anybody can say whatever they want, but like you can't be mad when the consequences hit you. So I think these are the consequences. Bryce Mitchell fighting a Nurmagomedov at 135. Interested to see how he looks because he looked lean at 145 to me.
Yeah.
And he's tall, but we do see some big old people making weight. Our girl Simiko ended up fighting Dakota Decheva this weekend as well, and Dakota looked huge, and Simiko's like a thick, like strong Hawaiian girl. Dakota was towering over her, so I'm like, how does that girl
completely
make
different body
125?
types.
Yeah.
She cuts a lot.
Yeah, so he could come out looking like that, just like really tall, really lean, and have an advantage in that way. So we'll see what Mitchell ends up looking like.
Yeah,
at 135, I'm interested.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be watching with interest. I don't know how it's going to go because, again, when we have somebody coming down in weight, it could fare very well for them, having that kind of size and strength advantage, or it could completely deplete them. Like we saw that Cub Swanson comes to mind. He dropped down to bantamweight from featherweight, and it didn't fare well for him. It's just too taxing on his body. He has so much like lean muscle mass.
Yeah, it's a tough one. So we'll see. Who else we got?
Oh, we got Magomedov versus.
We got another Mag.
Yeah, we have your boy.
Oh,
the pirate.
Oh, Shara.
Yes,
Shara Putin.
Yes, and
hey,
he's
Shara.
fighting Marc-Andre Barriault.
Okay.
And Marc-Andre has some power in his punches, and he has good grappling as well. I think this is going to be an interesting fight. I'm giving Marc-Andre a slight advantage. Also, wishful thinking.
Punch him in the eye.
Get him.
Go get him. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Shara is still like not really looking like the phenom that people were talking about, and maybe it's because
evolving.
He won't take a picture with me. Maybe
you know what? He sealed his fate that day. The MMA gods are offended. They will have none of it. None of the disrespect for Miss Overkill.
Why won't you love me, Shara?
All she wanted was a picture.
I just wanted a couple pictures with the other fans. You had to make me feel like an other, like a whore. Made me feel like harem. What is it they say? They said that's harem.
I don't know that term.
Yeah, it's like they say when like a woman's being like inappropriate towards a Muslim man.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Oh.
Haram.
Oh,
wait,
what is the
that's
definition?
A song.
Oh. Well, I mean, it's an expression as well.
It must be the expression, though, right? Wait,
that's Urban Dictionary.
Haram meaning. That's haram meaning. That's haram means forbidden or sacred prohibition, referring to actions, behaviors, or things that are prohibited by Islamic law. So yeah, when me taking a photo with him at a fan meet and greet, I wasn't the fan. I was one of the other fighters.
You were up until he rejected you.
I was excited to like, see him. I was like, oh, this is the guy, the pirate guy. And then the fans would come up and we'd take a photo. And then he's like, what is this girl doing in all of my pictures?
What a dick.
I'm assuming that's what he said. He didn't say it in English, but he goes, da, 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 da. And they were like, oh, could you guys take pictures separately now? And I'm like, I didn't want to take a picture with them anyway.
Management
God
got involved.
damn it. They said, you're being haram. Can you... Never wear a crop top again. But yeah,
double down.
I think just
crop top and booty shorts.
I'll just take my tits out.
Yes.
Like, all right, let's take these photos. Fans, line up. They won't notice. They're pretty flat. like, oh, Kevin Holland's here.
Stop it.
Max, you shaved your beard.
No, stop it.
They still say the Neil Magny thing, but I feel like I've evolved past Neil Magny.
It's because you have braids now.
I don't think. Oh, because he has braids now.
Yeah,
he has braids now. When he had a short haircut, no one was saying Neil Magny. Like we both had short haircuts, and that's when it started.
Yeah, and
then I grew my hair out, and then it stopped. But now he has braids. You're fucking it up for me, Neil. Cut your hair, man. You're holding on to it. Go to Turkey or cut it. Like,
no, he doesn't have a receding hairline, does he?
He doesn't.
Is it?
I think it is.
Tell me. He never posts anything, so I never see his stuff.
I don't want to research this. I feel bad now. Let's just say he's fine.
He's fine.
Yeah, he's just got a forehead. He's got a little forehead. That's all. Which I'm kind of getting with all these braids. I need to chill out. Go natural after this fight.
Make some bangs.
Yeah. Make some, what do you call it? Afro bangs. So Shara, I think he could get exposed by Mark Andrew.
I mean, he did by Michael Venom Page, but that's a very specific style. That is a very hard style.
Yeah, and the way he fought him too was very defensive. He didn't really engage a lot. Michael Venom Page didn't. So Shara was just very frustrated. But I feel like that's the game plan. Like, you're frustrated. You pop in, land your punches, get out of there, or you take him down and hold him there. Like that, I think that's like the thing you want to do. But he has been knocked out in 2 of his last 3 fights. So you got to think that if Shara does land some kind of like, one of his flicky little kicks or his pop, his spinner to the spinner punch combination, it could do damage and be the end of the fight. So this is a tough one to pick, but I'm going to root for my boy who wouldn't kick me out of his photo because I was wearing a crop top.
Damn straight.
Let's go, Mark. Who else do we have on this before we get out of here?
Hold on, let me get back to my page.
I know, I can't find it.
No, I got it. Pulled up. We're down to the prelims. Oh, we have Amanda Hebus and Tabitha Ricci.
Oh yeah.
They're the only women on the card. And honestly, there's a lot of names that I will have to do research on because I do not recognize them otherwise.
Davy Grant versus Damon Blackshear. That's a banger.
Oh, there we go.
That's
Why is that opening the card?
Yeah,
I almost missed that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. You got to sprinkle some spice on the prelims so people show up, But yeah, that Davy Grant, what's he look like lately? There's a couple combos that he's been able to knock people out with that are so sneaky and just like slip through. And we've seen Damon Blackshear start a little slow, so that could be Davy Grant's opening. Getting started early in that first round, landing those big power punches. He's really stiff, Davy Grant is. So when he slides in with those combos, like if you're not aware of where he's going next, you get caught trying to counter. And Damon Blackshear, he started a little slow in this last one, but he was able to pick up the the submission against Cody Gibson, and then one before that, just a month before that, he was able to get a decision. So he's one of those people who are under the radar that I really like. Like, he's so good on the ground, Damon Blackshear is, and he's really good on the feet too. I'm just waiting for him to like get a big name. David Grant is kind of like a veteran, so that might be someone that catapults him towards those rankings. But yeah, this is going to be a good fight. Definitely a banger of a fight.
Yeah, I think it's a great way to open up the card. I literally almost missed it. The only thing that I've seen from Blackshear that kind of stands out is he's just been a little bit inconsistent. He'll get like the two big wins, like the Kimura and the rear naked choke, and then he kind of fell flat with his last one. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, still won it though, but just wasn't like
impressive. It wasn't the momentum that I had hoped for.
Well, that one, I think it just, he lost the first round and then came back really strong. That's what I remember from that fight, but I might be thinking of another one. Sorry if I didn't do the research properly. I watch a lot of fights, but I definitely think he could pull this one off. But Davey Grant, he's dangerous on the feet, so that's going to be a fun one to watch. And then the rest, Richie Hebus, that's one of those like toss up in the air a few times. You don't know what you're gonna get. Like
you can get a different result each time, honestly.
Yeah, like from what I've seen, I feel like Richie is gonna be running and gunning, maybe try to get a quick takedown, but then back away. And I think Rebus is gonna be chasing her down, trying to look for maybe some spinning things, trying to look for a big throw from the clinch. Bigger shots, big heavy shots, but like Richie moves a lot, so it might be hard for her to really find her and tag her. So I'm curious to see what happens. Folks, show I was booked to fight Hebus, it never happened. I fought Richie, it was a close decision loss. I thought I won, but never wear those cornrows again. Bless you. But that's definitely one I'm gonna keep my eyes on next week. It's always nice to see how one of your former opponents are doing right before a fight too. Mm-hmm. All right,
that's all we have for this show, guys.
Yeah,
thanks
that's
for
it.
tuning in.
Yeah, I will see you next week. As of today, I'm 3 weeks out. Woohoo! Yeah, so we'll see you next week. We can do our raffle.
Still got nobody
week.
Claiming our previous one.
Yeah. We'll do our raffle next week. And then, wait, is that 3 weeks or 2 weeks?
3.
Oh, 3. 1, 2. Oh, okay, this is next week. I was like,
better start cutting weight, girl.
Fuck. Yeah. That's how you know I'm in camp. Like, my brain is not working.
She's a little delayed.
Words aren't coming out correctly, and I can't calculate weeks.
It'll be fine.
Luckily, I have a coach to do that for me. But yes, I heard I'm 3 weeks out, so that's what I'm saying. That's the story I'm sticking
You're 3.
to. Okay, yay, good. So we will see you next week with the next fight card. Lots of fun fights, and thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Sorry. Fucking energy is gone.
Oh.